Everybody sits. But what you actually sit on is very important, especially for somebody like me who works from home, makes YouTube videos, and will spend hours sitting in this chair in front of these monitors editing those videos. So when FlexiSpot offered to send me this OC1 chair for review, I hopped right on it, no pun intended, because I often struggle to find a chair that is just right for me. So is this chair just right for me? We'll get more into that later in the video, but for now, let's go ahead and put it together, have a seat, and talk about the features. First things first, this is an ergonomic chair, and I've used ergo chairs before, I've also used gaming chairs before, and ergonomic chairs usually have a lot more adjustment points than what you would get from a normal office chair or gaming chair. This one is pretty much no exception. You have height adjustment, you have armrest positioning, forward, backward, and pivoting. You also have headrest height and tilt, and then of course you have lumbar support, which both goes up and down and forward and backward. Point is, there's all kinds of adjustments on this chair to make sure that it is set just right for you. For me personally, I like to have the armrests pushed all the way forward. I set the headrest as high as possible and tilted slightly forward, and then I have the lumbar support set about halfway forward and all the way up. This chair also has the lean and lean lock function, but there is no recline like you would get in a gaming chair. You go from 90 degrees to about 120 degrees, but considering the OC in the name probably stands for office chair, it would make sense that you don't have the option to recline and take a nap in the office. You'll just have to learn how to fall asleep with your head in your hands like the rest of us. But in all seriousness, the ergonomic adjustments on this chair are fantastic. I found that there are no shortage of options, so if what you kind of set it to out of the box isn't quite right, you have a lot to play with. Pretty much all of the same options you would get out of any other ergonomic chair on the market. Now, outside of the adjustments, something I did find really nice was the option to fold back the armrest, because when you go to get up from the chair, it allows you to push the chair way closer to the desk to save space. That is really nice, and I haven't had that in other chairs. They're always sort of fixed in place, so being able to throw these back and push the chair right up against the desk is so convenient. Although one oddity I did notice because of this adjustment option is the fact that these plastic arms mounted to the plastic back of the chair caused a little more flex than I would like when you go to get up, because for me, I get up by pressing on the armrests, and then when I sit down, I will grab them to slow myself sitting down. This causes flex in the chair, which makes it feel a little cheaper than I'd prefer, but it's not the end of the world. I don't really think that this would be an issue in terms of durability, but in the case that it does, this chair does offer a lifetime warranty, but I feel like you're not really going to be using it on something like this because, again, structurally it feels fine, it's just a little flexy when you use it to get up from it. Plus, considering the price of most other ergonomic chairs, the OC1 isn't that expensive. It's $199, but I've seen it on sale regularly for much less. So having a lifetime warranty at a price like that with a lot of the same features that you would get out of a much more expensive ergonomic chair means that this thing is a really solid value. Now, for the sake of full transparency, because I know I just mentioned warranties and prices, FlexiSpot did send me this chair. The review itself, though, everything that I've said in this video are my thoughts and my thoughts alone, and FlexiSpot had no influence on the video itself, aside from sending me the chair to review. I will be linking the chair in the description if you decide after this video that it is something you're interested in, and I highly recommend you wait till the end of the video before making that decision, but again, I just wanted to clarify, the chair was sent to me by FlexiSpot, but the video and the thoughts within are mine and mine alone. Now, aside from all the adjustments and little moving parts, this chair also features a nice breathable back, which is a godsend for me when I'm sitting and editing for a long period of time, because it means that I don't get a sweaty back from that weird non-breathable faux leather that gaming chairs usually have. And what's kind of crazy in my opinion is that even with the lumbar pad in place, this is true. I've used other breathable back chairs with the lumbar pad in place, and as soon as you put it there, you get the same issues as gaming chairs, where it's just hot right there on your back. But this doesn't, so whatever they did, nice work. Speaking of padding though, let's talk about the armrest pads for a second, because these things would be super nice in their place for long typing sessions where you can just rest your elbows on them and type. But this is where I have a bit of a gripe. The fabric texture used on these arm pads is just a little bit too rough for my liking. I find that the raised stitching tends to kind of dig into my elbows unless I wear long sleeve shirts, and it's just a bit irritating. If the texture itself wasn't there, if it was just smooth, but I had the same padding inside, these would be perfect. Now, they do use the same fabric texture from the armrest on the seat cushion, but that really isn't as much of an issue because ideally you'll be wearing pants when you're sitting in this chair. So the texture digging into your skin really shouldn't be as much of an issue unless you're working from home in the nude. No judgment, but I just really hope you don't get called into a meeting where you have to be on camera. The seat cushion itself is an elastic memory foam cushion, and it does a pretty good job of keeping you comfortable and supported for what most people would consider an average work session. The problem is, for me, I don't work an average work session. For me personally, between working from home and then working on YouTube videos, I've sat in this chair for up to 9 hours while only taking about 2 to 3 minute breaks every hour, and unfortunately this chair just can't really cope with that. Now, to be fair, that is an extreme scenario for a chair like this. Most people are working 9 to 5s with a 30-minute to an hour-long lunch and then 2 15-minute breaks, so 6 to 7 hours at most, and I'm sitting in this thing for 9 hours, but that is my personal experience. Because here's the thing, in the morning when I'm sitting in this thing and I'm doing some light editing, writing my script, or on days where I work my regular day job and I don't actually sit in this thing for a long period of time, it's soft, it's conforming to my seating position, and it's very breathable and comfortable. But during my longer editing sessions where I just kind of let my hyperfixation go and I sit and edit for hours, like 9 hours or more, it gets to a point around the 7-hour mark where I can tell the cushion really isn't keeping up to what I need. And after that point, my back can really start to feel that this cushion has just kind of stopped being what I need it to be. Now again, my use case is extreme, and I said at the beginning of the video, I have often struggled to find a chair that is just right for me. But that is in reference to this particular work environment where I am sitting down and either working from home at my main job or editing a video or whatever the case may be. When I sit down at this desk, I am here for a long time because I don't work on my videos every single day. So when I do sit down to work on them, I am sitting down for a long time while also tying in my main job with it. So yes, my workload is extreme for this chair. When it comes to this chair as a whole, I would say that for non-content creator types, this thing is pretty much perfect. I would think that anybody using this in a regular office environment would be perfectly happy. It's easy to assemble, it's super adjustable, it's very breathable, very comfortable, and again, for a normal workday session, it's fantastic. For me personally, unfortunately, my workflow pushes the limits of this chair just a little bit beyond what it's meant for. I sit for long periods of time, as I've said, and on any given day, the memory foam seat is either perfect because I'm working a regular work session, or it is just not enough because I sit in it for so long. But I do have a place in my workflow that this chair would be perfect for. This space here is my music channel and streaming desk, and this is where I would say that I spend a normal amount of time sitting, recording videos for my covers and commentary channel or live streaming. So at most, I spend 4 hours at this desk instead of 9. And for that kind of workload and that kind of sitting requirement, this chair is perfect. As for my main desk, it looks like, unfortunately, I will have to keep searching for a chair that will meet my more extreme demands. Regardless though, huge thanks to FlexiSpot for sending this chair over. It is a really great ergonomic chair for the average user, and especially when you look at the prices compared to others, this thing is a great value for all the adjustments you get, the comfort you get for the average sitting time. It's great. While it doesn't work for my more workaholic levels of work, this kind of environment, your average sitting times, this thing is phenomenal. And in my opinion, if you're not a workaholic like me, it is definitely worth it. Either way, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Never thought I'd be doing a chair review, but chairs are important when you are spending a ton of time sitting in them. And so again, thanks to FlexiSpot for sending this over, but thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like it, maybe leave this video a like, let the algorithm know that you're kind of interested in what I've got here, and subscribe so you don't miss the other stuff that I've got planned coming out soon. I'm back. I was gone for quite a while. I had some things going on, but they're done now, and I will be making content as per usual. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Make sure to be there, and have a good one.